What is up, guys? Welcome back. Today's the day, because today we are installing this turbo kit. About 2 months of planning and buying stuff has gone into this install here. If you guys missed the unboxing video, this is a Precision 6870. I'm running the Dock Race kit. As you can see here. This is the engine that we're installing it into. This is a Gen 2 B58. It'll be going on my 2022 M240i. So yeah, everything right here we'll be getting rid of. So just gonna kind of hop right in and actually get started ripping stuff apart. All right, so after filming those clips, I went on an adventure trying to find, I got everything else I needed for this kit. I completely overlooked oil and coolant. So went to the parts store, BMW's already closed. Went to the parts store, got oil, could not find coolant, so I'm gonna have to go Monday to BMW and get the actual HT12 coolant. But yeah, let's get into ripping this apart, starting now. Probably gonna make it. So basically what I'm doing right now is taking off the cold side of the turbo, the stock turbo. So that's charge pipe, inlet, intake, all that stuff. And then I'll take the exhaust off. So I'm taking the charge pipe bolts out right now. I already have it disconnected at the bottom. Got my baggie with charge pipe written on it. I'll throw these bolts in there. And these two sensors, because I know I'm gonna lose them if I don't. All right, and catless downpipe is off. I kind of set the camera down for a little bit just so I could kind of grind that out. It's the same process. All this is the same process of the Black Market Race catch can video that I did. I did more of an in-depth how-to of how to take all that apart. So I didn't want to do that again in this video, but right now I'm gonna be working on getting the coolant and oil lines off the turbo. I need the drain line. There's a feed drain for coolant and oil. So I need to get those 4 lines off, and then the turbo will be good to come off. So I made some progress. Gonna be pulling off this coolant line right here. I have some, I don't have a bucket that can fit underneath there, so I have these lined up, and then a little oil catch pan. It'll probably still make a big mess, but oh well. Gonna pull off this coolant line back there. Maybe it's under pressure or something, I don't know. Had a little bit of pressure, nothing crazy. Let's see if that helps. Oh, yep. There it goes. And it's missing the buckets completely. All right, we are getting closer. There's a bottom bracket on the turbo. Got that off. Have the coolant line already off. The oil line's already off. So now it's just these 6 little copper nuts on the very top row. They're all 10 millimeters. I'm gonna pull all those off. The turbo will slide back. I'll be able to lift it out. All right, I think I got everything off. So this should come off. Turbo's ready to come off. Sometimes they're a little stuck. And this is the stock B58TU turbo. Small, puny, ready for more. Got a lot of coolant to clean up down here. Gonna be using a lot of brake clean. I bought 2 bottles of it. Gotta take this bracket off, and then I'll probably pick it back up in the morning. I'm running on 0 hours of sleep right now in the past 48 hours, so probably gonna go get some sleep. Pick this back up in the morning. I got the charge pipe off. There's not a lot of room in here. You have to really get a lot of this stuff out of the way. I wish I would have known sooner, but I'm 99% sure that this coolant block-off port is going to be replacing this. I can't find any videos on it, but that's what makes sense in my head, is just completely delete this. I'm pretty sure this is like a coolant booster, if I'm not mistaken. I have no clue what this is, but this is the only thing that makes sense in my head, is to plug it. This is the plug that came with the Doc Race kit, and it'll go there in place of this, and I'll just zip tie this out of the way. Since there's no coolant going to the turbo anymore. This is an oil-fed turbo, so. And then this other one, this other block off right here, will go to the back one, which I showed earlier. It'll go right there. No more coolant for this turbo side. So I lied. I did not stop it there. I was gonna stop for the night, and then I don't want to wake up in the morning and have so much more to do. Like, I don't want to get it overwhelmed tomorrow. Trying to get everything done, because I need to have it. I want to have it done by Monday. Monday, we're gonna get the tune or the base map, get a flash on there. So I've done the coolant block off there, coolant block off here. I had an issue. I dropped this clamp, or this C clamp somewhere down there. So I used one off the other one. I'm not sure if it's gonna hold, but I gotta figure out a way to secure this down here, or just out of the way in general. I'm unsure what I'm gonna do with all this evap stuff. I don't think that it goes to anything anymore, so kind of unsure what to do with that. It might honestly be blocked off here. That might be one of the caps are for, but I have a plug in the oil return for right now, and I'm gonna get all this coolant cleaned up that's sprayed off of there. Got this bottom piece off, and the last thing that I'm doing tonight is to start on this motive reflex kit. I don't think I'm gonna posi tap it tonight, but definitely in the morning. So basically my goal tonight is to get the ethanol sensor wire ran. Currently I do have a flex fuel kit on there. It is the Dorch one. So it is ran into here and tapped into the CAN bus system via some wiring taps. Here's what that module looks like. Pretty standard, and it has a Continental sensor in the engine bay. But I gotta unwire this because there's no point in having two. It is the next morning. Got about 6.5 hours of sleep, so it's better than nothing. Have a lot to do. I'm gonna start this morning by finishing what I started last night, getting this ethanol sensor all the way out, getting the motive ethanol sensor pre-wired. And I'll probably start tapping into the DME connectors. I want to wait for my buddy to show up to start doing the turbo, just because I think he wanted to be a part of that. So gonna start with the DME connectors and getting this motive reflex wired up. I'm gonna do everyone a favor and save an hour of your time of trying to figure out how the hell to fit the wires through this. I saw some videos that they were taking off this and taking this whole cowl off. You don't have to do that at all. There's this rubber piece. I previously had it drilled to run my ethanol sensor, but it's just a rubber piece. Sits right in there. All you have to do, there's nothing in here. You take a screwdriver, just take a large flathead screwdriver, push it out. Push out this rubber, I don't know what this is, a grommet or whatever the hell this is. It'll be sat in there like this. You just push it out, and then you can fit all of these connectors through there for your port injection, and then any of the additional sensors that you have. So I have this pressure sensor, and then I have this ethanol sensor to run through there. But now you can do all of that without having to remove any of this bullshit. Got the pressure sensor tap for this. It's a 0 to 10 bar pressure sensor. That goes in line on the low pressure side of the fuel pump, just to get a gauge for fuel pressure. It just gives the tuner an extra parameter from what I understand. So I'm gonna get this threaded in and get it plugged back in. Got this wrapped in thread tape, nice and neat. I kept it away from the very tip just to ensure that nothing goes in there. Got a nice even all the way around. So I'm gonna get this threaded in there now. One thing I'm also gonna do with this is actually tape it up. This is like OEM, it's like fabric tape. It's just as you would find on like this loom right here. It's the same tape, but since I'm gonna be running it through the engine bay, since I have to run it from the DME all the way to back here, it will be behind that cover, but just in case anything's sticking out, these are pretty obvious wires. So I just kind of want to tape it up and make it look cleaner. I am going to double check all the pinning on here just to make sure everything's good before I tape it all up and then have to untape it later. But yep. So that's what it looks like all wrapped up now. Probably never even see it, but just so I know that's wrapped up and it's protected a little bit more. So one thing I didn't take into account with this is that one of these is a chassis ground. This one is the chassis ground. The black one that's not labeled anything is the chassis ground. So it's gonna have to either go here or here. So I have to get this out of the wiring harness actually and put this little eyelet on it. And then I'm going to heat shrink around it just to make it look nicer. And then I'll wrap the rest of the harness back up. So now is the most nerve-wracking part of the turbo install, in my opinion, which is actually tapping into these DME connectors for the Motive Reflex flying lead harness. I did extend this ground out. I had some 18 gauge wire, so I'm gonna run it pretty much through. I'm gonna run it underneath here. It'll come out into here. Run it back around here along with this right here, and then just put it to here or this one, either one. But so I'm looking for this black and yellow and then the white and yellow. I have to tap these CAN bus high and lows with the posi taps, and then I have 5, or after those I have 3 other ones to do. So it kind of hit a stopping point for right now. The issue is that either I didn't get enough or I'm misunderstanding something, but these little posi taps for these DME connectors, I only got 5 of them. There's actually 6 connections to make, not including the ground, which I did. That's cool. I don't think I could have done that by myself.
I don't know how you would have. You have to get really fucking creative.
I did go get another set of posi taps. Went to AutoZone. They actually had some. So this is officially done. I have the ground ran to here, through there, wrapped around there, nice and neat. So I'm gonna put this cover back on. Do that in a sec. I got these evap lines off. 1, 2. I'll be plugging those off here in a sec. What else? The secondary water pump here is deleted. It's zip tied down there. This sensor I took off. I'm not sure if I'm gonna need to put that back on. And probably the biggest update, the exhaust housing's on, the core's in, but the compressor cover's not on right now. I have the wastegates on. Those were a nightmare. What else? I got 1 dump tube ran from all the way down there to up here. I need to connect that really quickly, and I'm gonna need to plumb everything. So I'm gonna be better at recording this part. I'm at the point where I'm pretty comfortable doing this stuff. Up until this point, I've never done anything like this, but I have wired and plumbed wastegates before, so feel comfortable doing that. Better about recording it. All right, so just got the connectors on. This kind of looks like a rat's nest, but it'll make sense. So the 4-port Max solenoid has 2 wires. Doesn't matter which one goes to the aux port and which one goes to a 12-volt power. They're interchangeable. The ground is actually inside the circuit there. So got one red one for my power. The black one is for the signal. Have both of these going to just single pin connectors. And then the white wire is aux 1 on this harness. These are pre-terminated. And then I have a connector there. And then this is my power connector that I'm going to be splicing into the DME wires from earlier. You can use the same one there. There shouldn't be any issues. Big shout out to Faraz for answering some of the questions that I had. He also has a 4-port on his car. And I wasn't entirely sure on how the wiring worked for that. But got on FaceTime with him and he was a huge help. So thank you, Faraz. Got the ground wire going all the way back through there behind into this recessed area where it looks like a literal rat's nest. I have hook right here and have loop on the back here. This will simply attach right there. And then this plug will go into the bottom there. I'm not ready to plug it all in yet. And then when my port injection comes, this harness will obviously come out through there and plug in those injectors there. But for now, it's just going to sit in there. I'm going to zip tie them up out of the way and off the base there in case any moisture does get in there. Don't want the connectors just sitting in water, but yeah, motor reflex is installed. Everything's wired up. This is where I'm at so far. The drains ran. I have the feed line made. Got the top part of the charge pipe reconnected. At first I was a little worried because this looked like it was gonna hit, but they actually included this really cool piece that's purposely bent. So that's kind of cool. So what I have to do in the morning is connect this other, so I have this wastegate dump. I have to connect this other wastegate dump and then connect the 2 pipes together, slide the down pipe down there, connect that to this V-band. Need to get all of the plumbing done for both wastegates as well as a Max solenoid, get all that wired up, get everything plugged in, test the motive, prime the system, and do a first start. That's actually going to be the end of this video. Part 2 will be finishing everything up and giving a first initial start. I need to split this up into 2 videos. It's already Monday morning. It's 1 a.m. right now. So I need to get this video edited so I can have it up by 7 p.m. as well as get this all the way done. Still have a bunch of work to do, but I'm really excited. Got a lot of progress done. Huge thank you to Jeremiah for coming over and helping me out getting the manifold on, as well as those wastegates. Those were terrible. Sorry there wasn't as much content in this one, but I'm gonna put the camera on a tripod tomorrow and get some better footage of everything, as well as the first startup and everything like that. So should be awesome. Stay tuned for next week's video. That'll be this thing's first start, assuming everything goes all right. Thank you guys.